live stream, so I'm going to do some pictures, but let me get this set up real quick. Just give me a minute.
And then they fight each other.
There. Yeah.
I just don't want to step in dog crap anymore, man. Or piss or anything. I'm tired of it. I'm about to just go to the gas station when I need to go to the bathroom.
I know. I sometimes wait till at work sometimes.
My mom's telling him to shut up. Yeah, shut up, Dave. Piece of crap. I'm gonna have flavored milk tomorrow morning. Don't even fucking listen to me. I just try to be nice to him and show him how my mom talks crap about him when he's not around and everything. Nope, don't listen. Whatever. I'm sorry about my mumbling if you guys hear me in the background. I got in a fight with my stupid, I guess, so-called parents.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always tell myself, oh, I don't hate them. And I want to not because they're my family. You're supposed to love your family and crap. But it's like, they don't care about me. They really don't. They let me live in an environment where it's not safe for me to live. I have a really bad disease. I have diabetes. And you can hear them out there screaming right now. They're fighting amongst themselves because I stopped fighting with them. All it ever is fighting. I wish I wouldn't have lost my stupid apartment, man. I wish I had enough money to get a trailer or a rental house of my own, but I don't. This is my hell. That's why I make so much noises and do stupid crap, because I try to ignore reality.
He does.
Hear that idiot out there? Hello, hello, what are you, fucking deaf, dumbass? Sit there and say I'm a bad person. At least I never hit my wife. You did. You went to jail for it and almost went to prison, but you got out of it because of your God, I guess. Whatever, bro. By the way, anybody that was trying to help me get a job, I got good news. I got accepted into a program because I went and cleaned off somebody's roof. That I haven't done that thing we talked about yet with the voice acting. Because I found this like literally the day after I went and cleaned off somebody's roof. And they used to work for this job hunting agency, and they're going to make a special exception for me because I talked to them and they like me and everything. They're going to try to get me a job online, and I'm supposed to call that person tomorrow and set up a time to meet up with them. So hopefully I can get something where I have a job online. And me and FNAF Fan can buy our own stinking trailer or rental house. Hopefully with a garage for our little car.
Yeah.
Our little car deserves a garage. We don't need to sit outside.
I know nobody's here right now, but it's probably because of how late it is.
Oh, was it like 10?
No, 9:20. But yeah, sorry about a very late one.
I'm really sorry, baby. You know, I got in a fight with
I understand.
I'm tired.
I
I literally told him last time this happened. Put your dog on a leash. If you can't keep it from coming over on my side of the house and going to the bathroom with her because it hates me because I don't let it do whatever it wants. Because I get mad at it and scream at it when it does stuff I don't like. Because I don't like it going to the bathroom in my area because it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
For
I almost went to jail because I was about to bust my dad over the head with a fucking matchbox strap. Well, I backed off and walked off. I looked back and seen FNAF and I was like, no, I'm not going to jail. I gotta take care of her. Because my dad, what he does, because he knows that I have anger problems, probably because of him, because he does too. He rather prison for the rest of his freaking life. And I would not feel bad about it.
Fun.
In fact, he's got one more charge and he goes to prison for the rest of his life. Because the other two are from hitting my mom.
Alright, it lost connection for a bit.
I mean, my mom can be a pretty horrible person, because I know, because I let her live with me after it happened. The one that he was supposed to go to prison for, but somehow his stupid cultist god, or whatever the hell he worships, got him out of it. So tired of him. I'm so fucking sick of him. I really want to go outside and fuck up this car tonight, but I'm not going to. So fucking tired of him. He gets with fucking everything. Luckily, I told our landlord everything, and they're on my side, so they said they're going to call our landlord and say stuff about me. I was like, okay, threaten me. I went outside and I did it. I don't threaten stuff. You threaten me, I'll do what you're threatening me with. I'm not afraid. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Right now, I know our internet is slow right now, so.
Yeah, probably. Cheap bastard couldn't pay their internet bill. They're supposed to let us move here and help us get our start again so we could get out on our own. That's not what happened.
Sorry about this. The lava.
Dumb fleas.
That's really sorry about the late one. Give me a minute, guys. This is it. I'll tell them to make sure. Yeah, I think this is it? Okay. I'll skip this one.
I know, but I don't think she's gonna believe it. Mom, I don't think that she That is great. Now I can show Faye that I don't lie. No, I am not going to be treated like that. Well, that's good. I'm making him look bad, not you. And I got Courtney's mom coming up here too, and Faye's up here. I already called her and talked to her. She's coming too. And that I'm gonna save. No, Mom, go ahead. They hitting you and shit. That was really right. I had to go to Vern and all that. Remember all that? And there's no excuse for hitting her. I don't know what the fuck excuse. Casey busted me in the face and made me bleed. I didn't lay a finger on that woman. Yeah, but my point is, if he wants to say, oh, it's an anger problem or something like that, Casey hit me physically and caused me physical pain, made me bleed. I did not touch her. Exactly. So that's no excuse for him touching you. That's not no excuse. It's not. It's not nothing. No excuse. Okay? I was too. You treated me like that. I didn't turn out to be a complete piece of garbage. Exactly. Mom, you turned out better. A little bit. You know that? Oh, just a little bit. You never... I will give you one thing. You never hit your kids. Nope. You didn't. Your mom hit you. You didn't do it. I will give you that. I will give you that. But I don't care how you were raised. I was raised that I was beat when I was younger. And I was pressure pointed. I was hurt, things like that. Yeah, but pressure pointing somebody is very bad. That can cause nerve damage, a lot of other things down the road, you know. A lot of bad things. Yep, a lot. Yeah, that doesn't make it okay. Just because some book says it, that does not make it okay. God's stupid. God's stupid. God is stupid. God is stupid and evil. Oh, really? Look how you treated me. Look how I turned out. Really? You did it right, didn't you? Yeah, and I'll fucking flip them off with both my fingers and go to hell. I don't care. I don't care.
I guarantee you won't get it.
Yeah, I'd rather take a gun to my head or put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. Yeah, that's a cultist mindset right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so did I. I don't give a crap. No, I'll be like, send me to hell. I hate you. And you know what, Mom? The only reason I'm a remotely good person is because I learned what was right and wrong from watching stuff on the internet and on TV. I guess, but I learned most of what I learned from the internet and TV. She has a point. Yeah, but that contradicts what you just told Mom. Mom, hey, that contradicts what he just told you. He's literally doing what he just told you not to do. He told you not to bring up the past. That's the same freaking thing. I'm sorry about that, people. I just heard that, and I was just trying to make some sense out of those two. You can't. You really can't.
No matter.
And you can let me know if what I'm saying, if I'm the bad guy, or, whatever, I am very open to criticism. Sorry, I got a piece of hair in my mouth. I'm not open to hair in my mouth. I hate that.
I will already put in chat. Probably, or no. Alright, do you guys think Brandon Brony #1 is the bad guy for calling out his parents? Do you think he's a bad guy or not a bad guy? If he's right or wrong, what are you saying to his parents right
And
now?
if you believe in religion, I can get, you might be kind of mad that I said the things I said about God, but you gotta think about my side of things, how messed up my life is, and how I don't see how that's right, because God, He can do anything. But why do you give me diabetes to everybody in my family, and make it so I can't have a normal job, so I couldn't get away from this? It's like He wants me to be stuck in this hell forever. And people are like, oh, don't spend Courtney's money on toys and stuff. How can I not? They're the only thing that keeps me sane. Without them, I'd go insane. I got nothing else to do if she's at work. Sometimes I sit here and I'm just bored. Sometimes I sleep literally all day until she gets home. I'm so happy when she gets home. It makes me so happy when she gets home. It's my whole world, man. I'm not kidding. She is my whole world. Nothing else matters to me more than her. Nothing. If someone was like, I will kill her, if they had a gun to her head, they're like, I will kill her if you don't give me all your Hot Wheels, take them. All my ponies, take them. TV, take them. My home, take them. My car, take them. I'll get it back. I won't get her back. She is the only one on this world that truly cares about me. And
I do care about him a lot.
Makes me even do stuff I don't want to do because it's good for me. I don't want to do it, but she makes me do it. Sometimes I don't want to do it because I kind of want to pass away faster, but at the same time, I don't. I like living, but at the same time, I don't, It's a hard decision. I don't want to hurt her. And that's why I think, well, I'm like, I'll lose all that time with her I could have spent, and it's like, it tears me up sometimes when I really think about doing it. I like give up and I lay down and I just cry. I think about her crying and I give up. I can't. You know, and I sometimes think about the happy moments in my life when I find a new car I don't have. I find a new video game I like playing, you know. Find something fun to do with her, you know. We go to places and go on adventures with my e-bike, you know, all that stuff. That's worth living for. You know, and that's the thing you gotta think about too. When you got depression like that, it's real bad. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about, like, you know, if you were to do that now, you know, what if that thing you're going through is temporary and, like, some later down the road, your life, you could be a millionaire, you know, you could find the love of your life, or, like, you know, just be really happy. Because little story, I was with FNAF band's sister before I was with her, and I died in the hospital, and I came back to life, and as soon as that happened, she left me. And I really was like, no, man, there's no reason anymore, you know? That's where you heard me say in the part where I've literally seen heaven or whatever when that happened. Or, you know, I don't know if you're an atheist, maybe like, oh, it's some rendition or something. I don't know. I believe there's a God, but I believe he's a tyrant. He does not love. He's a tyrant. We don't love God. We fear him. And, you know, I made a very beautiful song about this, and you know what? I haven't even uploaded it yet. I'm gonna let you hear it here first. It will be on This Sit Is Trucked eventually, but I just gotta wait, you know, a little bit.
Yeah. But I'll try to get a lot of this done before 11, but I doubt I can get to one of them soon. And
here's my song I wrote. I wrote this myself. It just came to me one day while I was cleaning the room. I was putting a new TV stand in that I picked up on the side of the road with my bike, and this came to me. And you know, too, now when I think about, you know, someday when my time comes, I'm not scared of that happening. I'm scared I won't see FNAF anymore. That's what I'm scared of.
are you guys seeing?
Huh?
Yeah, you are.
What is it?
No, you guys are.
Oh, you thought it wasn't on?
Yeah.
Are you gonna play a game now?
No. I had to do something real quick. Oh,
Is it not on?
it is.
Well, here is my song I wrote. So if you want to hear it,
Fearful man, fearful man. He wants to do everything he can. He don't want to end up in that fiery pit down below. But what if he gets to them pearly gates and God says no? Fearful man, just trying to do everything he can. 'Cause he's just scared and fearful, man. Each and every single one of us is just trying to get through God's plan. Most of us are trying to impress that overpowered being, something most of us have never seen. We attack,
That's
kill,
okay.
and
We
destroy.
were kind of
Treat everyone's lives like it's just some worthless little toy. Why can't we all just come together and fill every soul with joy? Every girl and every boy. Fear will make you do things you don't want to. Just trying to protect your friends and family from something you see is wrong. 'Cause a book told you that's what's right. So I guess that means we should all just kill and fight. Some people are different than you and me, but we all cry and bleed, you see. Please just try to have some humanity. Fearful man, he does everything he can to impress his overpowered sky daddy up above. This man thinks he's doing it out of love. You don't love what you praise. You're just scared of what's gonna happen at your end of days. So come and hold my hand, and we can all be a fearful man. We can all fear God's plan, all together as a women and man. This thing deep down that we all fear, let's all just get together and have a beer. It don't matter ethnicity or race. Look at that tear running down that poor child's face. We all have a beating heart, so let's start to just have some humanity. And maybe we can all see they were all just a fearful man, trying to make it through God or the universe's scary, scary plan. So come on and take my hand, 'cause I know deep down inside you can't hide, you just a fearful man. Scared of what's gonna happen when your light goes out, but that ain't what this life is all about. Fearful man, he's just trying to do everything he can, doesn't want to, but that's what fear will do to you. Don't leave others feeling sad and blue. I'm sure whatever you believe in, that's not what it will want you to do. Who's ever right or wrong, it's not gonna matter when we're all gone. Man, he does everything he can.
Hey, look at the live stream.
Yep. I wrote that song a few days ago. When I was rearranging my room, because I found a nice TV stand on the side of the road. I used to have for my TV stand, I had a metal wire shelf with like wood on the top of it I built. And I found a nice TV stand on the side of the road, and I was like, oh, I could go pick that up with my pickup truck bike. I got a really long red bike. So I got my bungee cords, and I went and grabbed it, and I found a couple of tables too that were pretty nice. And I grabbed it all and brought it back here, and I was rearranging my room. I was putting that up there, and I had the stand already, everything. I had the stuff all over the room, and it was like a big mess, and I was going in my head. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to clean this up? But FredbeNAF going to be home from work soon. She don't want to do all this, even though she did end up helping me because I didn't get it all done. Because I ended up writing that song for like an hour or so, and then I got in a fight with my dad over, why God is bad, because he's always trying to tell me about God and everything. And I told him, I said, I was just out of respect for me. You wouldn't talk about that stuff around me and understand how I feel because of everything I've been through up to this point, That's just what I want. Like, I don't hate religious people. I do say it sometimes because it just gets on my nerves. Like, I do hate God. I really do. And I will never change that because I just don't. If you heard earlier what I said about my dad pressure pointing me and hitting me in the face and crap when I was younger and all that, and he used to hit my mom and stuff like that, and like all that, I've been homeless a few times, I've moved so many times, I can't even remember all the times I've moved. I've lived in a car a few times, and when I got older, I thought it would all end. I was like, once I get older, I'm gonna make my own money, and we'll be fine. And then, find out it can't work. All that hope I had all my life growing up, little kid, all gone, just like that. It never, ever even mattered. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if I haven't gone through everything I've gone through, I would probably be one of those mean redneck assholes that's like, oh, God said some cars, and all that.
Oh.
Some cars, and all that.
Oh, because of school, is that why too?
Now the only
Because of school, is that why too?
Now the only thing I want is I just want a nice trailer or a nice rental house, my little car. Maybe someday I do have a little bit of that still in me. I would like to get another car and cut the back of it off and make it into a truck and paint it red with flames and lift it, because I like lifted things. They're fun to drive. I'm not the kind of person that would just lift something and never have fun with it, just like drive it on the road. No, I would actually take my lifted vehicle out and have fun with it.
I'm not sure something that will.
And I just want anyone to know out there too that, you know, if you are different, like you're gay, lesbian, like in the LGBT like community, I don't know if they added more to that plus something. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I seriously don't care what you do, what you call yourself, you know, whatever. Just if I mislabel you, please don't get mad, because I'm from the 90s and, you know, I did not grow up with that stuff, you know. People from that era are never really gonna truly understand that. I mean, a lot of the people who are growing up with you guys now, they will, because they grew up with it. But like once you grow up, like that's what's set in your mind and stuff. And, you know, I have a few friends that label themselves differently, and I respect that. I try to remember it, and sometimes I forget and I feel bad when I do. But it's just like what I see them as, I call them that, you know. And I don't mean it if I offend somebody. I just, you know, that's how my brain is wired. And I don't mean any harm to anybody if I say anything different. I literally just see what I see. And then I know they say, like, oh, don't like, assume people's gender. I know. Like, I don't know how you don't know, because your brain's just like, oh, that's a girl or that's a guy or whatever. Like, even when I was younger, I like before this thing was a big thing, I used to see people and I'd be confused, like, I don't know what to call that person. I don't want to offend them.
That was kind of me too.
And you know, I think something that really made me different than who I am, like who I was gonna turn out to be, is my brother. He doesn't mess with his family. I wonder why, but he's gay, and he has been for a long time. He was gay in the 90s when people were really mean to him about it. I even made fun of him a few times because my older brother was, and looking back on it, I feel bad now. And my nephew even made fun of him and all kinds of stuff. And, you know, I had a talk with him once I got older. I said, you know, I'm sorry, man. I was a kid. I didn't know all that. I said, I don't care what you like, man. I said, it's not for me.
Alright, there's a question. Is it normal to be bullied at age 11? 11 times?
Hmm?
Is it normal to be bullied 41 times at the age 11?
41 times?
At age 11.
You count? Don't do that. That's just going to make you feel worse. Don't keep track of it. No one should be bullied for anything. Ever. People need to be different, or else life would be boring.
Yeah,
I don't think people need to be poor. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we need rich people and poor people.
If you're getting bullied, just step up, speak up, tell someone.
I'm not real sure. Sometimes
know,
that can do more harm than good.
Yeah.
It depends where you live.
But
because I know everyone says speak up about bullying, but that is very, like, kind of hit or miss. It depends on where you live. If you live in a heartland country where everyone believes in God and stuff, you're probably out of luck, unfortunately.
And hold on, and one of them has a crush on me.
Oh. Well, yeah, people do that. I used to pick on girls in school because I liked them. I did that. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal for me too, because I was kind of bullied too. And I later on did my mom called the principal, and then that's why I didn't know that person had a crush on me until high school almost.
But I'm also going to let you know, when they say that people bully people because they have things going on at home, it's very true. I bullied people in school for a while. And you heard my life growing up. You know, I would never tell them that because they might get violent, but, like, it's very true when they say bullies have other things going on. For instance, my ex-girlfriend, which is my girlfriend now's sister,
Oh, it's in Britain?
I cannot speak for that. I don't live in that country. I'm sorry.
But he just said that...
I know they can be brutal over there, so please be careful, because I heard about people throwing acid at people. Like, what the heck is wrong with people? Don't do that.
He said that he roasted them, though.
Oh. Oh.
And someone else said they also been bullied almost their whole life until high school.
Yep. That's what being different will get you. Same with me. The only reason I got out of that is because when I got my diabetes, people felt pity for me. And then they made me cool out of pity because they felt bad that I had to take shots and stuff all the time. And they wanted to look good to the adults. So they felt bad for me out of pity. And made me cool. And then they wanted me to start being mean to my special ed friends, and I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
I've been bullied a lot too. I've been bullied in elementary, middle school, and I was even bullied in high school, which I did not know.
Your sister was bullied by me for a little while.
I did not know I was bullied in high school until one of my friends told me, and my friends stand up for me in high school. They were making fun of me drawing, and that's why I don't draw much anymore, like I used to. I want to go back to drawing, though. I really do.
I mean, you kind of do with that. Sort of, but it's like way more high tech.
Yeah. And I think Minecraft, isn't it kind of like that too?
I mean, you can draw in Minecraft. So yeah, I would say so, because you can draw with the pixels. I've made pixel art of ponies and stuff.
Oh, you flip over a table because of your autism?
I mean, I bet that got him to stop. I don't know if I condone doing that, but I'm not sure. I don't want to say I am autistic, but I've heard people that are, you know, they understand the world differently. And, you know, I heard it's also hard for you to understand feelings and stuff. And, you know, for a while, I sometimes think to myself, do I love FNAF fan? Because I'm not sure if I know what that is. And I can't tell if I'm faking it or if I actually do. And it gets very confusing. And that's what makes me think maybe I do have that.
Oh, you want... I don't know. My friend used to say that I'm very good with therapy, but I'm not really sure.
Are you sure they're not maybe talking to me?
I'm not sure, but free therapy, I don't know about that one.
I mean...
Although, my boyfriend was the one who created this name for me of the channel name.
I mean, I one time talked someone out of suicide when I was younger, so I'm not saying I'm qualified, but I'm not saying I'm not either. Because I know how to explain things very logically, and I can justify things that people do that aren't exactly good. Even though I don't like it, I can see everyone's side of everything they do. Like, let me explain to you real quick. Rednecks. People that are mean to people that are different. Like more specifically, people of the LGBTQ. You know, people are in the big trucks. They do burnouts on the flags. They burn stuff. They do all that. Do you know why they do that? It's very sad why they do that. It's not because they're mean. They're scared. Those big, strong, tough people that have their guns and everything, they're scared. They don't want to say it because they don't want to look like wusses. But they're scared. The reason they do all that stuff, they're like, oh, I don't want, that stuff in schools. I don't want this. I don't want that. Do you know why that is? They don't want the children being around it because it's their children. They believe in religion, right? And they believe the religion because they're scared of God. Nobody loves God. Let me tell you right now. Nobody on this planet loves God. They are scared of God. Nobody loves God. They fear God. They do not love him. They fear him. They might say they love him, but they only say that because they're scared. They're scared of God. God is scary. God is not some big friendly thing. God is scary. He can kill you. Okay? He can do whatever he wants. He's God.
All right.
That's terrifying.
All right. I will tell him real quick. Someone got being bullied so bad they got being at middle school until their nose got bloody.
Yeah, physical violence, I don't condone that.
And then here's another one. It is hard for me to, but the good thing that my mom teach me is people with autism are kinder.
You know, that is true. You know, I've had a lot of experience with special needs people because I was in special ed in school, and I want to say, I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I want to say that I am smart enough that I am pretty above most people on my level. Like, I can understand things and help them understand things that they couldn't understand without my help. I don't know if that sounds mean or not, but I had a lot of friends in school that would look to me for help. You know? I won't give out any names or anything, but I had a friend that would have meltdowns all the time. This guy was dangerous. There was a signal on the playground for code red when this guy got mad. He was my best friend. He still is my best friend to this day. And I figured out how to make him laugh. Whenever he was upset, the staff in school would come and get me. It was like my job to calm him down. I can be mean, mind you. I can sometimes be very mean, but I can also be very nice.
Okay, this question always have me think about all the time. This is also for him too, because I always question this too.
What is it?
To be honest, how did God create the earth but no one made him?
I don't know. He just is something, you know. I don't know if you're an atheist or not, but I can tell you right now, God is real. There's plenty of evidence he's real. But he's not what he claims to be. And this is why I say to people, yes, your Bible says all this stuff and stuff. But, you know, God is God. And just because he wrote in a book that this will happen, or he had someone write it in a book that this will happen, God is God at the end of the day. You can't touch him. If you get to heaven and he just don't like you, you're going to hell. It don't matter what you say, what you think. If he don't like you, he can make it happen. He just don't like you. He's like, I don't like you. I made a mistake when I made you. Hell. You know? You could do everything right. And God's just like, I don't like you. Who's going to stop him? An army of people? No. He could turn them into dust.
I always did question that all the time myself when I was... And then this also always came... That's why I always question it. Who made him? Who created him? And that was my always question about that when I was
Okay, their reasoning for him is he just always was. He was not created, he just always was. He just always was. But, let me tell you this. God is evil. Okay? God is not love, God is evil. Wars on this world. War, killing, death, mass murder. The wars that are happening right now are because of what? Religion. I have watched plenty of adult cartoons that made jokes about this is what reality would be like if religion never existed. And it's freaking harmony. There's hover cars, there's people living together, there's multiracial people all together hugging, and the rednecks are in love with each other. It's beautiful. It's like, wow, religion doesn't exist. The world is perfect.
What do you disagree on about? Don't disagree on something. What do you disagree on? Something.
But can I get into my reasoning why God is evil? Because I didn't get to finish that.
Yeah.
Okay. God is evil for this reason, and this is why I will get into it. Okay. It is considered murder if you know someone is going to off themselves, or you know something is happening and you can prevent it from happening, and you do not say anything about it. Okay? So imagine you drive by a house is on fire. You could have stopped. You could have told that person there's somebody in there. You didn't do it. You're in trouble if there's evidence of that. You're in trouble now. You murdered that person. When you see bad things, and if that person dies, you can be held responsible for it. So, I'm not done. Let me finish. So, here's my reasoning. God knows everything. Okay? There's no argument. Okay? God knows everything. He knows everything. He knows everything. He knows everything's going to happen. He planned it, apparently. So, for instance, a child with cancer, right? A child, a poor defenseless child, did not ask to be brought into this world, did not ask to exist. A child with cancer, right? God could get rid of the cancer. God could help said child. He is completely capable of doing so. He doesn't. Is that not the same thing as if you see someone in a threatening situation and you do nothing, now you are responsible for murder? Is that not the same thing? He could do something to prevent this person from losing their life. God is a sick murderer. God's a murderer. Plain and simple. Murderer. And I hear people, oh, well, Adam and Eve did what they did. Okay, so let me make another logical thing to you. A person, right? Their dads hate each other, right? Their dads hate each other. The kids don't know about this. You know, they don't know they're best friends. They love each other. They're friends. They don't know the dads hate each other, right? So these two kids, they go and meet. The one kid goes to the other kid's house. The dad sees them. The dad knows that is the dad's child that he has beef with. And he's had beef with that guy for years. Keep that in mind. He hates him. He hates his guts. So, because he hates that guy's guts, it makes logical sense to hate that child when you don't even know that child for any reason at all. You don't know that child. You've never seen that child in your life. Okay? You didn't know about it. That guy had a child. You didn't know it. Or you did know it. And, you've never met the guy. You've never talked to him. You never said anything to him. And you hate him because he's a part of that guy. You hate him. He's a part of the guy you hate. You don't know anything about him. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. You know zero things about this kid. But you hate the father, right? You hate the father of that kid. So therefore, that kid is a piece of garbage, even though you do not know that kid at all. You never have talked to that kid. You never know anything about him. But because he is a part of that father you don't like, okay? You hate him. How dumb is that? You don't even know this kid and you hate him because he's a part of the person you hate. You've never spoken to him. He's never spoken to you. His dad hasn't even told him about you. He doesn't even know anything about you. You know? He hasn't been brainwashed to know by his father. Like, oh, I hate that guy. That guy did this to me, or so and so, or whatever. You know? He doesn't know you, and you don't know him. But then you find out that he's a kid of the guy you hate. So you hate him. And you want bad things to happen to him. Because of his father. So that is the same reasoning as Adam and Eve. They did what they did, so now we all have to suffer. Because that makes sense, doesn't it? That makes logical sense, does it not? They messed up, so God hates all the rest of us. He's punishing all the rest of us for what they did. Or I guess, let's put it more logically than that. A guy goes to prison. Guy has a son. I guess that son's got to go to prison now because he's part of that guy. He didn't do anything wrong. But he's got to go to prison. And you're like, oh, well, and I hear the Christians, oh, well, you sin. You sin. Okay, well, sin wouldn't exist if, God wouldn't have completely set them up to do that. Because, again, he plans everything. He planned for Satan to make them eat that. Yet he's pissed that the thing he planned to happen happened. That'd be like me. Oh, I want to go buy this car at the store. I want to buy this toy car, right? I go to the store. I buy it. I'm freaking pissed. I'm pissed. I knew I wanted that car. I knew it'd be there, and I bought it. I am pissed. Screw this car. Screw every car that comes after this car because I'm pissed. I knew this car would be here. I hate this car. I hate it. I knew it would be there, and I went there, and I hate this car. Fuck this car.
Alright. Here's some of this that was said while you were talking about last time.
I got really into that because I've thought about that for years, how to make it make the most sense, because Christians will manipulate. Religious people will manipulate you to believe that their thing is right. But you can play around with it in your head and figure out by normal decency what is right and what is wrong. Not what a book tells you, normal decency. Okay, I'm not trying to upset anybody here, but Jesus died for our sins, right? He did, right? Do you ever think about how Jesus felt about that? If you think about the story of Jesus, it is so sad. I don't hate Jesus. I pity Jesus. I feel so sorry for him. He was born to be killed. God planned it. God knew it was going to happen. Jesus' whole point in life was to die in a horrible way. He was set for failure from the beginning. That's sad. That's sad. I feel so sad for Jesus. It's so sad. If you really think about it. It is so sad. It is so sad. So sad. Because we get upset in our world, right? Because people can't give consent for things, right? Well, babies can't give consent to be born. I know that's like not really possible. Well, I guess it would be. God is God. He can make anything happen, right? But Jesus did not consent to dying in that manner. And that's sad. That's very sad. Just think about that. Think about if you were Jesus And you were born just to be murdered in a terrible, terrible, terrible way. And then here's another question of mine too. Before Jesus, did all the people before Jesus just go to hell? Where did they go? You know, how is there something to save them? I heard something like they sacrificed animals or something. That's messed up right there. You gotta take a life to save your life? This isn't love, this is fear. It ain't love, it's fear. It's fear. I hear people all the time talk about at reunions and church gatherings. I used to be a Christian when I was younger. I did. I was a really good one. I was the highest person in my Bible class. But, I'm lost my train of thought there for a minute. Crap, what was I talking? I get really into this because it really does upset me, because I see no reason for why I have been put through what I have in my life. And I cannot escape it because of something beyond my control. My blood sugar acting up. You know, no one else in my family has diabetes. Everyone else in my family does drugs and is a complete awful scumbag. They rob, they steal, they do all kinds of stuff. Even my rich brother I talked about earlier, the gay one, he's done really bad things in his life before he got to where he is now. And they're all successful. They all have jobs. They all have their own place. They don't live in the environment I live in. I try to be a respectable human being. I care about people. You know, if I was rich, I would buy people cars. And no, I would not leave them with the taxes. I know sometimes when people win cars or something, I think when Mr. Beast gives away cars, I think the taxes, I think people have to pay those. If I gave somebody a car, I'm paying that entire thing, man. I gave that to them, right? That was a gift I gave them. I want them to enjoy it and take care of it. I'm paying for everything for that car. I'm paying for the insurance. I'm paying for everything for that car until they can easily afford it themselves. Homeless people. I want everyone to think about this, okay? Homeless people. Out there in the cold. You know, especially in places where it snows. No one thinks about this. Their heads are going to get cold. They might have coats and stuff, but their heads are going to get cold. Motorcycle helmets are very warm. Okay? Ones with visors, if you put down the visors, I know, because I used to ride motorcycles in the wintertime in negative weather. Okay? If you put down the visor on motorcycle helmets, you can keep yourself warm for a long time. Wear about 4 coats, put on a motorcycle helmet, wear a scarf, wear some gloves, wear a few pairs of pants. You can stay outside for a long time and stay warm without any kind of heat. You can. I know, because one time my bike died. I slept on the side of the road in the winter for 2 hours. My family went back home and charged my battery for me because they did not want me sleeping. But I fell asleep next to my bike. I locked myself to my bike and I slept next to it on the side of the road, wearing my coats and wearing my pants and my helmet. And I was fine. I was very warm. And it was like -2 degrees out. You can ask FNAF fan. She did not like me sleeping out there that night.
I really didn't.
But I had to. The battery died, and the bike was too heavy to walk home. So I had to give the battery to my dad and, have him come back here and charge it. I know my family is horrible. They do nice things for me, and then I kind of slowly forgive them, and I got to stop doing that because every time I let them in my life, they ruin it. I got to get away. They're toxic. But, if someone wants to believe in religion, I'm not saying don't. If that's what you feel comfortable doing, do it. But I'm going to tell you, you may think you love what you praise, But the reason people praise something like that is they're scared of what's going to happen when you're gone. The reason people are mean to LGBTQ people, it's because they're like, oh, the kids. Do you know why the parents do that? Because they're terrified their kid's going to go to hell for that. You know, none of us knows what happens when that happens. So why is it worth now making people suffer because they're different? It's not. It's not worth it. It's not. You know, and I get there are churches out there that are inclusive and stuff. Yes, I get that. But these people that are mean, these really mean people, the ones that like guns and stuff like that, and all that stuff, the only reason they're like that is they're scared. They are scared of what's going to happen to them. And I try to look at everyone's point of view from how they feel, because I don't like acting like I know everything, because I don't. But I want to understand other people. I want to understand you. I don't like it when people don't like me. I like to be liked by everybody, but that's literally impossible. You cannot be liked by everybody. But I understand where these violent people that, you know, do these horrible things. They in other countries they sometimes kill people that are LGBTQ and stuff. I understand why they do it. They do it because they are afraid of what they worship. And it's not even all God. It's like there's, I think Allah, they're scared of it, you know. I don't know about Buddhism. I will say one thing. Buddhism is a very nice religion. That they have the right idea. Because if you really think about Buddhism, how they think is do not care about your worldly possessions. Okay? Don't care about them. Don't care at all. Don't care about things of this earth. Do not hold on to things here. Hold on to people. That's what they say. That is such a good way to live, and I so wish I would have grown up that way. Because if you don't have things to worry about, property, you don't need a job. You don't need anything. You can live and just eat and enjoy life. And if you find someone you love, you don't have to worry about losing things. If that stuff doesn't mean anything to you. Because that's also what people fear. That's why we want money. That's why we want things. We want to be healthy. We want to live. We want to try to be on this earth as long as possible. Even though it's a horrible place, we don't want to die. Even the people that want to die, they don't really want to die. They just want a way out of the pain. You know?
Let's see real quick. Hey, welcome to the live stream. It's okay. Yeah, it's healthy.
And I'm sorry I'm talking about, this is not really a place to talk about stuff like this, but like, I just, whenever things happen to me with my family and stuff, I just get going on stuff because they try to get in my head and make me think I'm wrong and stuff, and I don't want to live in an environment that is not safe for me, and I have had to my whole life. I won't get into what I've had to live in, but I've had to live in literal filth. Like, I'm talking feces, bro, all over my home when I was younger. Just all kinds of stuff, man. Animals that were skin and bones. Animals kept in tower cages. And you know what really hurt me? Every time I would get a dog, every time that I loved, you heard all I said, my parents' animals go on the bathroom, on the floor, and all that stuff. Whenever my animals would go, they'd be locked in a cage forever till they died, which usually wasn't long because I couldn't get to them. I couldn't take care of them. They're always like, oh, take care of them. I couldn't go in the room they were in. It was too disgusting. I couldn't go in there. I should have tried harder, and I hate myself for not, because those animals lost their lives because of me. But I couldn't get to them. I couldn't. It was too much. I couldn't do it. And that's why I can easily let go of creatures I own and stuff, because I've got it locked in my brain that, pets aren't forever, because I've never been able to keep one I love, ever. My parents would always take it away. If it did something wrong that their animal has done about 500 times, my animal does it once. My animal isn't allowed out of the cage. My animal isn't allowed to come out. I'm not allowed to pet it. I'm not allowed to give it love. No. But I am very sorry if I offended anybody religious. If that's what you want to believe, you can. But I just like to put the knowledge I have in my head out there for people, because I just want to tell you, the fear is not worth it. Don't live your life in fear. Fear makes you do things you don't want to do. I honestly don't think most of these people that are the way they are, that hate LGBTQ people and stuff like that, I don't think they are truly that way. They're that way because they're scared. They're nice people. I've hung out with some of them. And they do say really messed up stuff about other races and things like that. And I don't like it, but, I guess in some instance of religion at some point, everyone just assumed that their God is like them, and I guess because of that, everyone thinks that people that aren't like them are bad. I don't think that's how people should think, but that's how it is. And I grew up, like I said, I could have been a redneck person when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I said the N-word and stuff and all that, and my family did. I still sometimes slip and say it when I get mad. I call my parents it sometimes when I get mad at them because I'm angry at them and stuff, and I don't like saying it, but it's been in my vocabulary for so long, and I would never say it to somebody over something like that. It's just my dad just gets me so freaking riled up, and I just start spouting crap out of my mouth because he's just trying to rile me up, man, and it's all he's ever tried to do, and it's, And I just want people to know that if you ever do hear something like that, like I said that or something, I may have, I sometimes do, like, especially if I'm listening to a rap song, I'll sing along and I'll say, I'm like, oops, I should have said that. But, yeah, I don't mean anything by it. I know some of the rednecks I hang around with, they definitely mean it, because they say some foul crap. And I hang around with people like that sometimes. But, if people are nice to me, I try to be nice to them, even if they think differently than me. I hang out with Trump supporters and stuff. I don't like that, but, I can get around other people that aren't like me and, see their point of view and stuff. And, I do not agree with any of their views on, saying, oh, deport everybody, all this and all that. No. To be honest, everyone should be deported from America if they're not Native American, because they were here first. They are the Americans. And I've heard that I have part of that in my bloodstream, and if I ever was, I wouldn't think other people shouldn't be here. Share what you have that's good. I always love to show people and let people sit in my car and stuff. I have a very weird, unique car, and I like sharing it with people. I like sharing things. Like, I'm sometimes too nice, and it bites me later, but, I like being nice. I wish I could be more nice. I wish I had money, and I could I could see a kid crying in the store, wanting a toy or something, pull out like a $50 bill. Like, yeah, I'll buy that for your kid, whatever, you know? There's a lot of nice stuff I want to do that I'll never be able to do because I can't afford it. If I had a job, I could. Because honestly, the way I live, so alternatively, if I had a job, I'd be almost rich. But, because paying car insurance is expensive. When you have car insurance, it takes a lot of your money.
If you guys wondering about this picture right now too, this is actually the start between the friendship between Helpy and Toy Freddy and mine and my friend AU. This is actually going to be a start.
Do I know FNAF lore? Yes, kind of. I mean, I'm actually, if you believe it or not, I'm actually the one that got FNAF fan into FNAF because I watched Markiplier play. I was like, oh, check out this game. This game's awesome. Because I wanted to see.
I heard songs about it, and I talked to him about it. He was...
Yeah. She asked me if I knew what it was. I was like, oh, yeah, check out this guy Markiplier play it. And I wanted to show it to my friends so bad because it scared me and made me act like a little bitch. I was so scared of it. I remember when I played it the first time, I almost threw my laptop across my room, bro.
He did. I watched him play it, too, but now his video about it's gone.
It's not gone, it's just not public anymore.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I know about FNAF lore. I always come back.
Right now, if I get the new game that came out...
You're getting it in a few days. I'm gonna see.
Guess what, guys? Friday will be the live stream of Secrets of the Mimic.
I can't wait to see her play that. I've not seen anybody play it, because I've been waiting for her to play it.
Yes. Friday, if you guys want to see me live stream Secrets of the Mimic, go ahead and check it out.
Now that she has a computer, I'd rather watch her play the games than watch a YouTuber play it.
So yeah, if you guys want to see me play that game, I will play it this Friday. And I am indeed excited to play it.
But yeah, I know about FNAF 4, like the Bite of 87, you know, the kids in the suits and all. Yeah, I know about that. I've watched Matt Pat and everything. I like things with lore and stuff. I built a lot of lore for my world. If I ever can get out my story behind my weird AU I built an AU of My Little Pony, Hot Wheels, a bunch of video game characters, man. I combined everything into some huge clusterfuck of chaos, man.
He even watched the FNAF movie with me. The FNAF 1 movie, he watched that, and we're waiting for the FNAF 2 movie. We are.
Yes, I did know about that thing you can put in FNAF 1, and that'll crash the game. Yep, about that. I definitely knew about that.
It actually crashed my computer.
Oh yeah, it crashed her computer bad.
Guess what, guys? When I did the ending of it, when I tried to type in 1987 into my computer, it just crashed my computer completely. It blue screened my computer when I did that. It literally blue screened my computer when I record it.
I really have to charge my phone, babe.
Alright. Oh, that's to my computer.
Oh. You could have told me the charger was right here. I would have charged it a while ago.
I kinda also do that too. But I know I decided to go with this one, my own one. Oh, you know every FNAF lore, even FNAF 2 lore?
Yep, I do. I like things with lore. I get into it. I watched Minecraft lore. I love lore, man. I love it. Because, like I said, I think I might be autistic because I like world building. And I've looked up, like, that's a big thing. And, you know, I also found out like you don't know what certain emotions are and stuff, and I really don't. I really had to like teach myself what different things are and stuff like that growing up.
Oh, look at what they said about Golden Freddy did that.
Golden Freddy is in you.
In my PC.
Ooh, he got you. Not me. I never did it. He ain't got me.
Yeah, I know that he's a code, but the thing was, I never got him in my playthrough when I played it again.
You want to talk about something possessing you through a game? You guys ever heard of My Uncle from Nintendo or whatever? It's like a creepypasta of Zelda. I watched that, and I literally freaking ripped my TV out of the wall when I knew the part was coming where he possesses you. I don't like that kind of crap, dude. I unplugged that crap. I knew it was coming. I was like, nope, rip. I ripped my TV right out of the wall, bro.
There was so many lore I like to watch. Like, I like watching creepypastas of My Little Pony.
Bro, you are weirdly into creepypastas of My Little Pony. You want me to make those characters.
I was. There is one thing I did watch, and I did not, kid you not, I did not get scared by it, but it's a game about Apple Bloom with the shadow ponies, kind of like.
Funny thing is, I made shadow ponies before they were even mentioned in the show.
You did. I forgot. It's kind of thing that when Apple Bloom went in the forest, and I forgot what they're called. There's some kind of shadow ponies. And it corrupted Apple Bloom later.
But man, I'm into so much more when it comes to stuff, man. I like, My Little Pony, Applejack and Apple Bloom's mom and dad, they were mauled to death by timber wolves, bro.
Oh.
In a kid's show, bro. It's canon, I guess, because the creator of the show said it. Or somebody that had something to do with the show. I can't remember. Bro, there is actually some really dark stuff in My Little Pony. I am not lying.
There is.
I have a friend that doesn't like stuff like that, but I'm sorry, man, if you watch this. There is some dark stuff in that show. There's domestic abuse in that show. I'm not kidding. There is a mother pony that got domestically assaulted by her husband or boyfriend.
Oh, when you were 9, you watched creepy videos of Minecraft seeds, like Herobrine.
Oh, bro, I was so into Herobrine when I was young. When Minecraft first came out, I illegally downloaded it off of a website. I don't remember. I was freaking younger. Come at me, FBI. I wasn't even an adult yet. I was like freaking 9 or 10 or something. So come at me, bro. Everybody was doing it. They couldn't get their mom's credit card. But I searched for Herobrine, bro. I was on my computer for like a month searching for it, bro. When I got home from school, right on my computer, looking for Herobrine. I never found him. Bro, I one time almost had a heart attack, though, because I saw a zombie at the right lighting, and I thought it was Herobrine, bro. It scared the crap out of me, dude.
Oh, yeah. We were... Okay, if you guys watched his channel, there is a one pony character when she played it. All of a sudden, this thing...
Yeah, lightning struck the ground, and there was a bunch of skeleton horses and skeletons on them. And it wasn't storming. It just happened randomly in the middle of the day. I think that's a natural occurrence, but it's really rare. It's in a video on my channel called This Sit Is Truck, and it's called The Pony Girls Topaz Plays Minecraft Hardcore EP1. Because she will be coming back for a second one. She made it to the end of her episode.
She did. So if you guys want to check that one out...
There's also other ones. There's the Pony Boys, Rainbow Blitz Plays Minecraft. Keep in mind, my channel, that channel is not for children. So if, your parents wouldn't like you watching that, if you are a kid or whatever, don't go on there. I'm not looking for all that drama because I I like adult humor and like things like that. I am really into Family Guy and South Park and stuff like that, and I bring that over into my stuff very heavily.
Peppa Pig lore on Google. Have you heard of that?
Peppa Pig lore?
On Google.
I have not, but I will check it out tomorrow. But I have heard some stuff about, you know...
And then someone said they make you make them laugh.
Oh. Was it about the thing where the zombie scared the crap out of me?
Probably. He was in the seed, the corrupted seed, that what I call it. It has him hidden. Here, Brian.
Bro, I still have my old PC, and it's still got that game on it, and it's that one that has that seed. If I ever find it, I'll try to get it running. I'll do a video of me trying to find him on that seed. I do want to find him.
I did always thought Hero Brian was...
I doubt it'd be that hard to get that PC running, because you didn't even need internet to play it.
But then I also a while thought it wasn't real. Actually, I realized it wasn't real.
I don't know if he's real or not. That's what I want to figure out. I know people say he is, people say he isn't. I'm not saying he is, and I'm not saying he isn't. I haven't seen him. Until I see him, I'm not convinced Harold Bryan is real. Until I find him myself in a video or in my game, I'm not convinced. I kind of believe he is, and I want him to be. I want him to be real.
Oh, it was the zombie thing. That's what.
Okay.
And then okay. Oh, it has to be a certain seed. For Hero Brian.
I do find it suspicious, though, that the literal creators of Minecraft, in the update notes for one of the patches of the game, they put in their removed Herobrine as one of the updates. That's kind of sus.
That is. Why is my computer frozen?
Don't act like it's Herobrine or something, bro.
No, I'm not. But why is it frozen, though?
We spoke of him too much, he's coming. Herobrine is coming!
Or no, Source Filmmaker's crashing.
Oh, Herobrine did it.
Probably.
Or Notch did it. He didn't like how much we were talking about. He's like, you will not talk about Herobrine.
And on Google search Peppa Pig house and bottom left window, you see another pepper. Are you saying Pepper Pig or Peppa Pig?
It's either one. I think British people call it Peppa Pig and Americans call it Pepper Pig.
Pepper Pig. But a search house and the bottom left corner window, you can see another Pepper Pig. That's what they said.
Ooh, I will have to look into that. That sounds interesting.
One of my favorite My Little Pony creepypastas, it's the Rainbow Factory. That one and
That one makes me sad. I don't like the idea of little cute ponies dying.
not just that one, but also The Revenge of Obsidian Pie. That one, that story really, really gets me too.
My heart cannot take seeing little ponies die. I used to have a game on my phone where you could feed them and take care of them, and sometimes I'd accidentally hit them because of my phone, and they'd start crying, and then I'd start crying. I hated it so much, man.
Oh, what? He's coming. Oh no, God, help us. Oh wait, God, help. who can help us.
Celestia's got us.
It unfreeze. Don't worry, it unfreeze.
Okay, let me ask you guys this, and I want an honest answer. Do you believe in multiverses and universes? Because I do. I do. The universe is huge. There's got to be other things out there. Come on now. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story that's never been on the internet ever. And it's going to be the first time I talk about it. FNAF fan knows what I'm about to talk about. Okay. Are you not going to talk for a few minutes?
I was going to read this one.
All
One
right,
of my friends made his own story of his creepypasta story related to FNAF 4.
Cool.
But
I might get into the lore of my universe a little bit, alright, after I talk about this. But okay, let me talk to you about something that happened to me one night. And this was the creepiest freaking thing that ever happened to me in my life. Okay, I was riding my bicycle in a fairly busy, populated town, like almost like a city, alright? And it was like around 9, something like that. It was dark. It's around the time of the year where it's dark around that time. And I was riding my bicycle, right? I felt a weird, like, push. Like, my bones almost, like, shifted inside my body. And I, like, kind of blacked out for a second, right? It wasn't that long. A bike didn't fall over or anything. But I tilted my head back up because I put it down for a second. Like, oh my God, what was that? I thought it was a big gust of wind or something. And next thing I know, I put my head up. There are cars all over the road with their doors open, trunks open, hoods open, and the emergency flashers were going on them. Okay?
and he was on his bike.
Yes. There were cars, and they were on the highway. I was on top of a bridge. They were on the highway. They were on the bridge. They were down the road near the stores. They were everywhere. There was hundreds of cars. They were just doors open, hoods open, trunks open, emergency flashers going. No people anywhere. Okay? And I know I'm not crazy because I have something that was hanging next to one of the cars in real life. When I came to, I had it. Okay. There was an ambulance, okay, on top of the bridge. Nobody in it. The like oxygen bag was hanging in it, swinging around, you know, like a zombie apocalypse movie, whatever, video game, whatever. It sounds like such a cliche thing, but this happened to me. And it freaks me out to this day because I was out for half hour, 45 minutes on my bike. I did not see another living soul. Okay, I went to the gas station. I did my bottles. I went into Myers. I went into Walmart. I did not see a single person.
Yes, he did somehow. I don't know how, but he...
Let me finish. I went to Home Depot. Well, I didn't go to Home Depot. I went by Home Depot, right? I saw this weird black lizard praying mantis looking creature thing with thousands of red eyes and like pinchers like a spider. It was massive. It was on the roof and it looked at me, bro. It looked straight at me and then it was gone. And I freaked out. I started riding my bike like a madman, dude. And it was like that all the way until I got home. I did not see a single car moving. They all had their doors open. Emergency flashers going. Once I got away from the town, empty. No electricity on any of the houses. No lights were on in the street. All I had was my little $8 flashlight I had hooked up to my bike's handlebar. All the way home, back to my trailer, right? I come in the house. I pull in the driveway of my trailer park. Blackout, bro. Nothing. I pull in the driveway. I go in my mom's house. The only house that had lights on was my trailer. I go inside. Everything goes back to normal. I look out the window. There's cars driving out. There's a car driving in my trailer park right down the road. I went outside. I went down the road again. Cars all over the road. I do not know what happened to make that happen. But I swear to you, I'm not crazy. It happened. I swear to you, it happened.
And was the sky red too?
The sky, yes, the sky was red. The sky was red.
So what do you guys think? Did he travel to another universe? Yes or no? Somehow. With his story.
And as soon as I walked in my trailer, everything was normal. Like it never even happened. And I went in the room and I can't remember if I told FNAF then or if I told my ex about it.
Your ex. It was Casey. My sister.
Yeah, okay. I told her sister about it.
And she said she had the same...
And she said she had the same feeling that she was alone in the house. She said she went out in the kitchen and got something to eat out of the fridge and there was nobody in the house. And she looked out the window, it was pitch black everywhere. And she was getting worried about me.
So him and my sister traveled to a different universe somehow.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe Casey did. Maybe she just like kind of... It was weird or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would have happened. She was nowhere near me. I was like 5 or 6 miles away from home.
Is he the chosen one? I'm not sure.
Bro, sometimes I feel like I am because I have died and come back to life. I'm not kidding you. I died and came back to life. I tell him he's Jesus.
What was the question? Do you guys think he traveled to a different universe? With that story to tell you guys. It wasn't a story, but it really did happen to him.
And then, let me tell you about something else, guys. Okay? I used to be in the Boy Scouts. I went to a museum in Detroit, Michigan. We spent the night there. Night at the museum. Yeah, well, I hear you now. But we went to a museum. Me and my friend I told you about earlier that I helped with his problems when he was upset. We got up real early in the morning for everybody else. We walked around the museum. We went into this room in the museum. It was before they were open and everything because we were already in there. We walked around and we found this room with a woolly mammoth statue in it and a black Chevy Bel Air with flames. Okay? Now, what was really weird is I don't know why we did this, but me and my friend, we went in the room, right? Okay? The car's door opened on its own. Okay, the Bel Air's door opened on its own, right? We stupidly got in it. It started playing this weird music. I can't even imitate it. It was weird. It started playing this weird music, and the dashboard lit up, kind of like Christine, but it wasn't green. It was like red or yellow or something like that. And my friend started having a bloody nose, and he said he couldn't breathe, and he couldn't open the door to the car. And you know how I can prove that is real? My friend has the shirt from that day, his Boy Scout jacket, and it has the blood on it. Still, he did not wash it.
What do you think about that one, guys?
I'm not done.
Good.
That car let me out. Okay, but I touched the steering wheel and it gave me a strong electric, like static shock, man. I mean, like a strong, like, pew, threw me back in the seat of the car. Okay, we went back upstairs. It was like 2 hours passed when we were doing that. That museum wasn't that big. And we go back up there, we tell all the other guys, some guys that like cars, oh, I want to see the Bel Air. And then we go and ask the lady up at the front desk, we're like, do you guys have a black Chevy Bel Air and a woolly mammoth statue? And they're like, no, we don't have anything like that in this museum. I was like, huh? Me and my friend looked at each other, we were like, but we sat in that car. And we went and we talked about it in the corner, because we were upset, because everyone thought we were lying, so they were all mad at us. All the other Boy Scouts were mad at us. They're like, why'd you tell us I wanted to see the car? I was like, well, we promised it was real. We got in it. Look, look, he's got blood on his shirt. He's got blood on his shirt. They're like, well, he probably just had a bloody nose. No, He was in that dang car, and that car made his nose bleed, and he started having trouble breathing. And he don't have seizures or anything like that, so it wasn't anything like that. And the crazy thing is, a little while after I got in that car, a few months later, I got diagnosed with my diabetes. I don't know if that car had anything to do with that, but that's just kind of a weird coincidence. But I'm just saying, those are the weird things that have happened to me I cannot explain. That car, and when I was riding my bike that night, like, what was that? What was that? Why were there cars everywhere with their doors open, their emergency flashers on? That's not normal.
It's really not.
I should have cupped one and took it on a joyride.
So what do you guys think about that story one? Do you think he was about to get taken away too?
Bro, I wish I could figure out how to go back there, because I'd have the time of my life driving around some of them cars. Just go there and have fun and drive around some cars. Figure out how to bring my friends there, dude. We could just drive around cars and do stupid crap with them. That'd be fun.
What do you guys think about that story that happened with the museum one? Is that crazy? Do you think that car was about to take David and his friend?
No, the car wasn't about to take anybody. It couldn't leave. I didn't even understand how they would have gotten it in there. The only door that was in there was big enough a person could fit through. It was in like a brick room.
But it somehow left too. Didn't you say that?
It didn't somehow leave. The room was gone. The entire room was not there anymore.
And Jesse was with you, or
Yeah. I mean, you could say his first name. I mean, there's tons of people with that name.
yeah, he was with his friend, and that his friend saw that too, and then the room was gone. It was a car. It was a Bel Air car.
Look up a black 1957 Chevy Bel Air with flames, like dark blue and purple flames. It looked very evil. I don't know why we got in it. It looked very evil. There was something about it that just looked very evil. But it is such a cool looking car. The door opened. I was like, screw it, I'll get in.
Is it also weird that the car opened on its own too?
Well, it's very weird. Cars from that time don't have automatic doors.
And nobody was in it.
No, it was an empty car.
And what did you just figure out? Yeah, this was when he was in Boy Scout when he was younger.
Yep, it was when I was like 11 or 10. I'm like 27, 20, I don't know how old I am.
You're 26.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be 27 soon.
Okay.
But yeah, this was real when he tells me it.
And the thing where I died and came back to life is real. FNAF fan seen it, she cried. Well, she didn't see it, but I think the doctor told her or something. Didn't somebody tell you I died or something and came back?
With the blackout, the FBI might have tried to wipe his memories.
Bro, I am totally on people's side that say the government does weird stuff we don't know about. Bro, come on. Come on. Yes, they do. Like, me and one of my friends was talking one day about, like, what if you see something, right, happen? Like, you're not supposed to, right? And you know, who knows how many of these people could be around, you know? You don't know everybody. Random people that you just see every day, they could just be part of, you know, your town's plan, you know? I don't know those people. I've never been in their house. You know, what if, you know, we see things sometimes like monsters or like, you know, aliens or things like that, and then your mind gets erased. Like, what if when you sleep, your memory is reset. Like what I'm talking about right now, what if I say something right now that is not existing tomorrow, but you heard it tonight and you'd have no idea that you heard what I said tonight tomorrow. You just would not know. It's like it never happened.
Fun. Every time the Earth glitches out, they wipe their memories, but him, he's memories. Every time the Earth glitch out.
So you believe me then about the thing with my bike where I seen all those cars with the doors open, don't you? And the Bel Air. And the woolly mammoth statue, but I mean, that nothing really happened. That it was just kind of cool to look at. Like, if I was making that up, isn't that like the most weird thing to add to that? There was a woolly mammoth statue. Like who cares? The car is the more interesting thing. And like, if I made up the thing where I was riding my bike, who cares about I went in Walmart and I went in Myers and there was nobody in there? Who cares? Who cares if I grabbed a penny off the ground that was sitting out of one of the cars that night? Who cares? You know, that wasn't a detail I needed to add, but I did because it happened. You know, little things like that. Why would I add that? Why would I remember that? Why? You know, the main thing people are going to be concerned about is the big lizard freaking creature praying mantis thing with pinchers. Weird face hugger crab looking thing that was like freaking 50 feet tall or whatever. It was the size of a Home Depot.
Your memory never goes away, and yes, I believe you everything. That is true. His memory never goes away. My boyfriend's memory of everything that has happened to him never goes away.
Bro, you can't even ask me that. I remember Hot Wheels I have when I was younger. I remember the store I bought them at. I remember what day I got them. Well, maybe not the day, but I remember what store I got them at. I remember how old I was when I got them. And keep in mind, I have 46,000 Hot Wheels cars, so that's a lot to remember.
Also, if something happens to this, live stream guy...
Bro, how would you know?
If something happened to it, I don't know. You guys... There's really something going on with my live stream right now, too.
Yo.
It turned...
Yo.
It's like very, very badly right now.
Okay, that freaked me out for a minute. We live on a very busy street, and I just looked out the window. There was not a single car on the road, and then just one singular car went by. So that feels a little bit better. I was like, for a second, I was like, what is it happening again? This time I got to record it. I swear to God, if that ever happens again, I will record it.
The Wi-Fi is slow on my computer right now, too, so...
The world needs to know these things.
And that's why it's taking longer to put my pictures and photos right now, too. Normally, you should have good Wi-Fi.
That depends. They are working on it around here right now. I seen some trucks today.
Right now, it's bad, though.
Yeah. Start talking about the weird creature again, and I'm gonna look out the window and see if anything weird happened. Okay, weird praying mantis, face hugger, 50-foot tall crab, lizard, 400 red glowing eyed beast thing.
Right now, my internet is bad.
Nope, a car just went by. That's not how it works.
Yeah, right now, it's my internet. It's my internet, guys. That's acting up. I'll see if I can live stream tomorrow. Hopefully nothing goes on before I do my live stream.
And have you ever wondered too, like, this is for real. You have dreams, right? Sometimes you don't. Why is that?
I really don't sometimes. The most time.
Why is that? Why don't you have dreams sometimes and then other times you do? Me and one of my friends, when I was younger, had a very serious conversation about this. And we said, when you go to sleep, maybe you're living in another universe while you're sleeping. Like your dream. Have you ever noticed how in your dream, you kind of like, when you start struggling to breathe, you can almost actually feel it. Like you.
Can I tell them the story?
Hold on, I know what you're about to say.
All right.
But have you ever noticed when you're having a dream and you like are struggling to breathe or something, like you can almost like actually feel your lungs as if they're struggling themselves. Because I used to have these weird dreams when I was younger about this guy. I was in an empty parking lot, and this dude would just come up to me in a black muscle car. And I couldn't run. It was like every time I ran, my heart would like slam. My internal organ, my heart, would like slam against my chest every time I tried to run and make me fall. And I'm like, like I freaking couldn't run. I could not run. Like, do you have any weird dreams where it's like the same thing all the time, and it's like it's weird because you like know that you had that dream before?
You had the same thing happen to you with the monster thing? Really?
The black lizard crab thing? Or their cars with doors open and emergency flashers going?
Did that actually happen to you, too?
Bro, the government is going to take down this video.
I'm going to tell you guys my dream soon after this.
Can I got one more.
Right.
Okay, I have this reoccurring dream all the time. It's like once or twice a year where I'm in a store. I'm in a Walmart. And the floor in Walmart is made out of a goalie net material. Like a net material. The floor is made out of a net. And there's people walking around the store and their feet are falling through the net. And there's people getting stuck and stuff. And then the net just breaks. And everything falls into this deep, dark void. And it's weird. And as soon as I hit the bottom, I wake up. It's weird. It happens like every other year or so, and it's a very weird dream, and it's very specific. I'm just in Walmart, trying to shop. I walk in there, it's just normal every day, but the floor's a net. There's people screaming, "Help me!" and like they're screaming, and there's people. They're like Walmart security people, and they're like not letting anybody help them because I guess it's against the rules to help people if they get stuck in the net. I guess it's against the net god's rules or something like that. It's weird, but I have a dream like that all the time. Like at least once or twice a year. And it's the same thing every time. I go into Walmart, I go in there to buy milk, or buy a Hot Wheel, Milk and a Hot Wheel. I go in there to buy a milk and a Hot Wheel. And it's been like that ever since I was a little kid. Even when I was a little kid, I go in there to buy milk and a Hot Wheel. Go in there to buy it. I go to check out, my foot gets stuck. I pull it out. And they're like, "Oh my God, you're the chosen one. You can get your foot out of the net." And I start walking. I can walk perfectly on the net. And then I get to the cash register and I buy the car and the milk. And then the lady hits a switch and the whole floor rips. And everything just falls into a black void.
Okay, so here's what he said. Like me and two of my friends, at school, we saw a ghost thing at school. It's like red eyes. It almost not seeing one, and I hear it saying, "Save me."
I will tell you right now, anyone, if this scares you, I'm very sorry. Ghosts are real. I have one on camera in one of my old videos where I was having a meltdown when I was moving and I tore something off the roof. You can ask FNAF fan. There was a massive spirit orb that went right across the screen. And my friend that is into demons and stuff like that, he's seen it. He told me, "Dude, there was a ghost in your video." And I said, "What?" I watched it, and me and FNAF fan about had a heart attack when we seen it.
We did.
There was a ghost in my video.
I recorded it too.
And you didn't even see it.
I didn't now when I recorded, but after it was done recorded, it was there.
Ghosts are real, man. Me and FredbeNAF then we went really far away. We were riding our bike home, and I felt this dude. There was like this weird, suspicious barn out in the middle of a country road, on a back road. Like there's no cars out there, nothing. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I rode by this barn, and I felt this tap on my shoulder, and a guy whispered in my ear, "Nice bike." And I was like, "What the?" And I almost crashed, and FredbeNAF fan freaked out. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Dude, something just touched me." And then I floored my bike and got the hell out of there.
Alright, I'm going to tell you guys my one dream that I had. Alright, so this was a weird dream that I had. I don't know how old, I can't remember how old I was. Probably about 16, 15 years old, and I was still in school. So I had this dream. I was, you know how, nobody probably knows this, but we go to the military. No, wait, I was about...
Like you get drafted or whatever. You like have to go in the military because it's the law or whatever bullcrap.
It was in elementary when you had to go to the military thing to learn about that stuff.
Oh, I didn't know you had to do that. I didn't have to do that. Are you sure it wasn't in high school? Because they had people come there try to get people in the military. I
No,
remember
not that one. You had to go to the trip, and you know where that train is? That's
No.
the train.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely never went to that. They must have stopped doing that.
They must have. So I had a dream about going to that trip. I think I probably was in 5th grade about to go there again. But it was after that trip. In 5th grade. I just now remember. I was in 5th grade. I graduated 2013.
Oh, was it that thing where they shoot the guns?
Shoot those.
Okay, I know that. I
the
didn't go to
cannonball
that.
thing.
Yeah, I wasn't
Alright,
there for that. I was in the hospital.
So what happened in my dream was, I hear cannonballs all the time going off. I had a dream a cannonball hit me in the stomach and made me fall down from where I was, and I hit the ground very hard, and I could not breathe. I was praying to bring me back to life, and somehow after a while I got back to life, and then I said thank you. There was a flash in my dream saying you're welcome. A very, very deep voice saying you're welcome. And then after a while I woke up.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. If God, like, not if, but God is real, He chooses people He likes more than others. He does. Because look at some people, like, I don't know, for instance, the rich guy drives a Ferrari, Lamborghini, or whatever. You know, he was born into a rich family. Good for him. Wish I was born into a rich family.
But yeah, this dream actually did happen. And I do remember a lot of my dreams sometimes when I was younger. And yeah, that was my dream. And I was like, that could be God telling me, you're welcome, in that very, very deep voice.
It probably was. I'm not saying God's not real.
And that was his, it was my first time hearing his voice. And like, literally, in my dream, it flashed when he said that. It literally light when that happened. You know how people said don't look at the light sometimes? That literally happened. It flashed light when he said that. Yeah, it was a crazy dream, but I think God actually talked to me saying you're welcome.
Bro, I had another crazy dream one time, and it spawned a whole series on my YouTube channel that I never finished because I got scared of Kappa and I pretty much removed that whole channel from existence. But I had a dream one time that I was like, you know, and it felt so real. I felt like I lived a whole life with a girl, and it was when I was with my ex. This girl named Katie, which is weird because she's like one of my ponies I created, and she's one of my other ponies' girlfriends. And I had a dream that she was a human, Me and her had a life together. We were taking our kid to school. We had a red Ford F-150, like an older 90s one, a single cab one. And I had a dream that, we were together, and like she was a human. And it was weird because, like, I went through my whole life with her. I remember being there for the baby being born. I remember being there, like, when we got out of high school after the prom and we got married. And, like, it felt so real. And when I woke up, I thought she was next to me in bed. And I was like, oh, dude. I was like, oh, Katie. And I was like, what? Oh, what? That was a dream. I also have dreams sometimes where I buy Hot Wheels, and I'm pissed when I wake up because they're really cool cars and I don't have them in real life.
Here's what his one friend said it was like. His one friend said what it looked like on the bottom.
Yeah, it sounds like you may have seen the same creature I did. I can't even describe what that thing is. It's an unworldly creature. It's not something explainable by science. Its head was almost detached from its body and like floating like some kind of like cosmos cosmos looking thing, like a galaxy pattern. Oh, Jesus! What was that? Here, you can take the phone.
What?
I literally felt like a big pulse just jump in my heart inside me. And it like sent a freaking chill up my spine and into my brain when I talked about that thing. And now my chest really burns. Ow.
A friend too saw a big spider furry, but big mixed with a demon like.
Well, this thing I saw is like 50 feet tall. It was huge. It was inside of the Home Depot and eating like part of the roof.
And they are all related are bear.
Well, you know what is really creepy? Satan can become anything, right? Those things could be Satan.
My dad did say something else too. He did told me one time when he was a child that he saw something in his room that was black. Child guy, and it smiled at him, and he called for what I said when I was praying to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment he called it, it ran away. It disappeared.
Well, yeah, they don't like that type of stuff, but like, dang it! Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, that's it. Like, Satan supposedly can do almost just as much as God can. So, like, Satan could literally create a whole nother universe and take you there or something. Like, maybe that's what happened. You know, I don't know.
He could.
Like, he can do, I guess he can do what God allows him to do, which is messed up because God allows him to give children cancer. That's messed up.
And I will tell you my other two dreams I had too. I forgot about. So my other dream was I was in my bed. One of my friends was with me, and I was in a special program during this dream. And me and my friends always talk about this world, and this is when I had a dream about it, basically. But it was after a while. So a guy walked in to my room, and one of my friends said, "Do not look at him, do not look at him." He grabbed my legs and took me towards the mirror, and I was about to get teleported to the mirror.
Bro, an Enderman got you.
It literally grabbed me and dragged me to almost to the bathroom, to the mirror world. Alright.
Oh,
So
you didn't talk.
after that happened, I had a second dream where there was this white light everywhere. It was this white everywhere. And I saw a bunch of cartoon characters, bunch of things in that world. And it was like a mirror world. So, it was a weird dream for the second one. when I was in the young adult program.
Let me talk about the mirror world, because I made this up when I was younger, but I actually started believing more and more that it was real. Okay, when I was younger, I made up this thing. I scared my friends. I told them, what if when you look in the mirror, that's another you looking back at you from another universe? And I told them, I said, what if that's you from another universe and it wants to kill you, you know? And I always used to like look in the mirror and act like I was going to punch it and stuff and see if it would do anything. And I'd always try to get it to do something else. And one time I got the crap scared out of me because I walked in my bathroom and I was not looking at the mirror. And I saw my face looking directly at me in the mirror. And I was like, huh? And I looked and it looked at, and it, well, obviously it was still looking at me because it's doing what I did. And I was like, I did not just see that. But I did hear sometimes if you stare at your mirror long enough, you'll start seeing weird stuff. I heard people say if you stare at the mirror for too long, you'll start seeing weird stuff. I mean, I didn't stare at it that long. I wasn't even there that long at all.
You weren't, I don't think.
I literally just walked in the room, but, you know, I believe that maybe you will see weird stuff, but that doesn't make any sense. You could stare at anything else and not see anything weird. Why is it staring at a mirror makes you see something weird? Like, is that a different universe? Like, that makes me think it is. But I kind of, my own logic kind of defies what I made up, because what I said is I used to tell my friends, I was like, oh yeah, there's a mirror world where you're a girl, you're a boy here, you're a girl. You're a girl here, you're a boy there. And I told my friends, I was like, you know, I'm kind of nice here. I said the nicest person on the planet in the mirror world is a piece of fucking shit.
And it's weird too, because then also Codename Kids Next Door kind of made that up with that.
Oh, I made it up before that.
But you also said that during it was my other friend that said that, talk about it too. I think it was, and she said that.
That's because I talked to her about it.
And then she said, I have an evil version myself.
She liked that so much, she still believes it to this day.
And yeah, she even said that you have a very bad one too. You're the king there.
That could be.
But,
man, Donald Trump must be the nicest guy in the universe in the mirror world.
I kind of still believe that in your world too sometimes.
I do too, because it's weird. Like, why, if you stare at it for so long, does it start looking weird and confusing your mind? Like, why? You can look at anything else. You can look at a single Hot Wheel for like 5 minutes.
I also watch videos about it too. The baby, when there's videos of it too, where the baby plays with the mirror and it freezes and
that could be edited though. That's the problem. Some people can edit so well that could be edited.
And I turn black and smiles evilly.
I don't believe things unless I see them in person. Because things can be edited. There's AI now. There's all kinds of stuff. You know, so much stuff is possible. It's not even.
I also watch Chills and other things.
Most of that stuff is kind of staged.
Yeah, I watched that.
But what was I gonna say?
Oh
yeah, I was gonna say, I have wanted to for years do Bloody Mary. I want to so bad and see what happens.
I heard.
I want FNAF fan to do it with me. But
no, I heard you can die from that. That's why.
I feel like if you died, though, more people, like, it would be like a super thing. Like they'd have warnings about there'd be PSAs from the government, like, don't do this because someone's done it. You know, some people have died from it. If it is a thing, people have done it, and people have died if it does kill you. Like, why is that not more known? People would freak out about that. As religious as America is, they'd be like, don't do that, don't do that, demon will come through the mirror and kill you.
In the mirror world, I would be the same.
You must be a very neutral person, because if you're neutral, that really can't be any different. I don't know how neutral can be any different.
I'd be evil because how kind.
You would be very evil. You'd be slitting people's throats and freaking running them over with tractors, lawnmowers.
I'm the most kind, very, very kind
You're
person.
very kind. You're too kind to me. You should leave my ass. I'm a piece of shit.
But in the mirror world, I would be mine will be very, very bad, evil.
I don't deserve you.
Anyway, this live stream has been going on to almost 11:30 and we need to get some sleep for my work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't want to go to sleep yet.
I know we want to talk more, but I really have to end and I have to go work tomorrow. And then tomorrow I will live stream again, Poppy's Playtime Chapter 4. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And we can probably talk more while I play it.
Bro, I've got a Discord if anyone wants to chat with me.
Yeah, if you guys want to chat with Random Brony #1 or This Shit Is Truck.
Not shit, this shit is truck. I wanted to call it This Shit Is Fucked, but YouTube wouldn't let me call it that.
Yeah.
So I called it This Shit Is Truck. And the profile picture used to be a truck and a chair, because it was kind of funny.
Alright, I'm going to end the stream here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.